Hello, everybody. My name is Zerdoku, and of course, we got our bookmaster Akari here, who's ready to read the next episode of Sarah and Drake. Hope you guys enjoy. And by the way,
extra commentary.
Guess what? She doesn't have to edit things anymore, so it can go nonstop if we want to. However, if you have any problems, Sarah Akari, please let me know. In the
It should be
meantime,
fine. I mean,
nice.
I've been reading your videos books for a long time now.
Alrighty.
Excuse me.
Switching spots, as you can probably see.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
She is being a beach today.
Excuse me.
See what I have to put up with? Alrighty. Why don't you just read the title, then you go from there.
Fine. The Adventures of Sarah and Drake, Season 1, Book 2. Oscar slowly opens his eyes after dislocating his ankle from falling down into the ditch. Oscar, thinking he's okay, as he tries to move, he is hit with a shock of pain in his leg. Ouch! He yelped. Oscar grabs his leg and he notices that his leg is wrapped up in bandages and put back into place. Did Michelle do this? He thought to himself. Then he looked to his side and saw Sarah. He screamed. And tries to run away. However, he tumbles onto his face into the dirt. Ow!
Nice.
He screamed. Sarah opened her eyes halfway from her meditation and said, "You know, you're not going to get very far from me with that leg," she said with a sigh. Idiots. Oh, yeah. What does a ghost care about a little kid? Huh? Oscar replies. Shut up. It was something from Medea. Okay. Just because he scared you out of the mansion doesn't mean that we're trying to kill you. That's not what we want, replied Sarah. We? Are you referring to the fact that you're with that demon creature we saw in the mansion? Replied Oscar. Careful what you say about my best friends, or else I'll give you a pounding of your life. As Sarah turns her hand into a fist and alters her face into something scary. How can someone be so caring and also be so scary at the same time? I think I peed myself.
Little screechy voices are starting to bring back my headaches.
I'm sorry.
Just try to keep it on the down low if you can. Mm-hmm. As it is, that microphone is powerful enough to pick up your voice even if you're whispering.
Yeah. Sorry for everybody's ears. My voice is loud.
My sister Akari is an ear raper.
I have no comment to that anymore now. I'm gonna just shut up now. Oscar thinks to himself with a scared look on his face.
He was tired now. Just continue.
I'm losing my place.
Sorry.
Okay. Then Sarah turns her face back to normal, closes her eyes, and puts on a sweet face and says, "By the way, my name is Sarah. Nice to meet you." Oscar blushes. What? Oscar thought in his mind. Dude, you need some help. Anyways. Meanwhile, Drake and Victor walked out of the forest together while talking friendly to each other. Eventually, Drake and Victor run into Michelle and Bulk. Ah! Back to what you're doing with that monster, said Michelle with a fearful expression.
Oh, never mind.
Stop interrupting. I will smack you. Anyways. I lost my place. Oh. Ta! I hope he doesn't eat us, said Bulk with a fearful expression. Guys, relax. I'd like you guys to meet Drake, the dragon, says Victor as he introduces Drake to Bulk and Michelle. At first, they just stare at him with no expression other than shock. Oh, shit. Then Bulk shouts out, cool, a freaking dragon. Oh, wait a minute. Where's Oscar? Oh, you're just now asking that? Okay. Oh, Michelle did, said Michelle with a worried voice. Victor, Bulk, Michelle, and Drake turned their heads, looking around, and all of a sudden Michelle points towards the forest. Hey, look! They see Oscar and Sarah coming out of the forest. Victor, Bulk, and Drake runs toward Sarah and Oscar. As they get closer, Michelle notices that Oscar has a stick holding himself up. As they all go together, Michelle asks, Oscar, what happened to your leg? Oscar replies, I fell. Sarah helped me. Oscar said with a mopey voice. Oh, mopey voice. I fell. Sarah helped me.
There we go. That's exactly what I was envisioning. Going on.
Seems that he's in a bad mood again. Well, I guess if I got chased out of the mansion and then fell, I would not be happy either, Michelle thought to herself. 30 minutes later, the four kids plus Sarah and Drake got together inside the mansion and started a conversation. Ow.
We gotta make sure that we do not fall asleep again in the middle of recording.
I need some wake-up juice.
I am not responding to that. I would just say, time for some caffeine.
Ow, my nail.
That's gonna have to hurt in the morning.
It hurts now, you doofus. This can don't like me. Thank you.
About fucking time.
Shut up.
Wait. I hope you remember where you left off. I'm shutting that down.
Alright, okay. Why didn't you kids come to this mansion? Why did you kids come to this mansion? There are no trespassers allowed. Not to mention, it is dangerous, asked Sarah. We only did it because of the rumors of buried treasure, said Bulk. Oh, I am sorry to say this, but if my family left a fortune in this mansion, me and Drake would know about it. We have lived together in this mansion for a long time and have cleaned it multiple times from head to toe. Because my father wasn't known for leaving money around the house, said Sarah. Aww! In union with the four kids. That would have been a perfect time for you to have said that same word to me, with me.
I didn't. I totally forgot about that part.
It's fine. Bulk said, all that for nothing? Following Victor. You can't be serious. Then Oscar replies, well, it was fun while it lasted. Time to go. Michelle wept in tears. No treasure for me and Oscar. Shut up, you whine ass.
Yes! Oh, God, this is fun.
Drake smiled. While there'll be no treasure, here you can find 2 friends, and from here on out, you're welcome to the mansion as much as you please. Do you agree with that, there, Sarah? Sarah looks at Oscar and at Michelle. With a worried face, remembering a strange dream, then silently says with a near whisper, "Yes." Oscar smiles with excitement. Yes! Then it's decided. Sarah and Drake are now members of the 4 Kids. Well, then you guys aren't 4 kids anymore.
You're 6, right?
Yeah.
No, wait.
Well, actually, we
Yeah,
5 kids and a dragon.
5. No, wait, no, it is 6, right?
5 kids and a dragon.
No, 4 kids,
a ghost,
and
a dragon.
So that's technically
6.
That's 6. Okay, my counting sucks. Apparently, it doesn't help that my brain's not working today.
I wish I could edit. Anyways, Sarah, Drake, Oscar, Victor, Bulk, and Michelle put their hands together and shout at the same time with their hands going up. 4 kids!
Team 4 Kids. What?
Never mind. Anyways, the next day, the 4 kids meet up in the center of town and start talking about their spring vacation. Wait, in the center of town, wouldn't that mean that you'd be around a bunch of other adults? Oh, wait, never mind. Sorry, it's just the 4 kids. Anyways, man, that whole entire thing was a goose chase and colossal waste of time. We used up 3 days of our spring vacation, said Bulk. For once, I agree. I do not want our spring vacation to be completely boring, said Michelle. Wait a minute. Have you guys heard of an island that's near here that has buried treasure from Spanish pirates? Oh, here we go again. Excuse me. What's up with you dumbass kids and stupid buried treasures?
They like doing D&D stuff, I guess, in real life. It's fun. It's fun to write.
I guess, but D&D ain't really my thing.
Not your cup of tea. Not your cup of tea, sir.
I like fairy tale stuff, I do. I like the old dragons and ghosts and stuff like that. I just don't really care about
going around doing dungeons.
Yeah, and I also don't really care about doing stupid treasure hunts that lead to nothing.
Well, are you sure it's gonna lead to nothing this time? Because you never know.
Knowing them, they'll probably run into a bunch of skeletons. And eventually one of them is going to get hurt again. My guess is probably going to be either Bulk or Michelle. They're both stupid, so.
Okay, so that's your prediction?
Yeah.
Okay, guys in the comments, name your predictions on what's going to happen next. Now, 1, 2, 3, you're done. Okay, go on.
That doesn't even give them enough time. The video's not even up.
They can pause it!
You need to give people at least 1 minute.
We're not gonna do it 1 fucking minute. Continue doing the dang gun book. There's 10 pages of this bullshit.
Oh.
Actually, it's
said Victor with excitement. Are you sure this won't turn out to be another goose chase? Said Bulk. No, said Victor with confidence. We got to do something. Perhaps we should take Victor's advice and sail towards the island and search for the treasure. Even if we don't find treasure, you'll still have lots of fun. Isn't that what vacation is all about? Said Oscar.
Continue reading.
Well, Oscar, you say the most handsome things that make me blush, said Michelle. Shut up, Michelle. One other thing is, if we are really going to do this, we should take Drake with us. Having a dragon with us would be useful, said Oscar. Not to mention, it'll be kick-ass, said Bulk with excitement. Good. Let's go over the mansion. Go over to the mansion and ask him to see if he wants to help, said Victor. Meanwhile, back at the mansion, Sarah is trying to find Drake. Damn it, Drake! You're supposed to help me clean up the mansion. Where the hell are you? Yelled Sarah. Drake is hiding behind a box in the storage room. Damn it! I swear to God that lady's mother must have been a witch in another life. Sheesh. Drake thinks to himself. Drake then stops and looks out the window and sees the 4 kids. He then looks back for a second. I hope they're planning to go on some adventure because I am surely not as hell going to stay here a second longer, he thinks to himself. Drake then flies out of the window and towards the 4 kids. Hey guys, I have a plan to go and hang out somewhere else. Hey guys, do you have a plan to go and hang out somewhere else? Drake asked with a nervous voice. Drake, I am not going to ask you again. Help me clean this place. I can't do it myself. Why not, Sarah? You're a ghost. Can't you, teleport stuff? Anyways, as Sarah's voice can be heard from outside the mansion. Nye! You know what? If you're going somewhere, let's go right now. Now! Drake says quickly as he pushes the 4 kids outside the mansion. Bye, Sarah! Tail wags, eagerly to get out. A couple minutes later, they make their way down to the rocky beach. Jeez, a couple minutes later? They're fast kids.
Actually, the beach is not too far away from the mansion.
Oh. Alrighty, guys. Thanks to Bulk, we gathered up enough plywood to make a raft. Now we just need some food and water for our trip.
It's a raft.
I said that.
Whatever, just keep going.
Sheesh. Said Victor as he was looking at a paper list of things. Well, I can catch some fish, put them in these buckets of water, and seal it. I have one problem. I can't borrow the buckets from the mansion because I can't go back because of things. Drake said with a nervous voice. Don't worry about that. I've got some buckets that have some lids to go with those. That should help, said Oscar. Thanks, man. I'll never forget it, said Drake with a smile. Typical man trying to get out of his chores.
Yeah, that's the point. He's like, I mentioned Drake could be like an angsty teen who doesn't like to do his chores.
I mean, I don't like cleaning either, especially when it comes to dishes. They're annoying. Especially when someone tells you that they're gonna do them and then they don't, and then leave you with like a week's worth of dishes.
Let's not bring in that drama into this video. Let's keep going.
Anyways, so the 4 kids start to put together the raft, and Drake goes fishing. Drake, you're gonna scare a whole ocean full of fish. Anyways, Oscar goes back. Actually, wait, you'd even scare a freaking shark. And that's saying something. Them sharks can be scary as fuck.
What are you talking about? Who's going fishing? Is it Drake or is it
It's Drake.
Okay. Going on. Okay, moving on.
Keep up with the pace, man.
Sorry.
Oscar goes back to his house to get the buckets. Hey, Drake, got the buckets, said Oscar as he comes back from his house. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 buckets? That should be more than enough. Depending on how big the buckets are, actually. So I need to catch 10 fish, explained Drake. No, there's 10 buckets, which means you need to catch 10 buckets of fish. But you also want to have enough room for water in the bucket. Otherwise, they're going to smell bad. Anyways, one by one, Drake catches 10 fish, pours water in the buckets, and puts the fish inside. All good for our trip, said Drake with excitement. Question, how the hell are you going to cook the fish when you're on a raft? And if you start a fire on a raft, you're just going to burn and you're going to be stranded in the middle of an ocean.
I never thought of that. That was just but luckily, they don't actually eat the fish on the raft.
That's good.
Matter of fact, this is the last we hear of the fish after they're done with this mission. It's weird.
Oh, looks like you don't care if they starve.
I just imagine that they eat the fish off screen or something. Which is
This isn't a movie. This is a book.
Well,
books are supposed to have more. Technically, are supposed to have more details than the book movies do.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not very good with details. This is why
that explains a lot.
That's why I'm amateur writing.
You're pretty good at writing. I mean, you could do better with making the paragraphs, but hey, it's fine.
Alright, moving on.
Anyways, all good for our trip, said Drake with excitement. Looks like things are good to go, said Victor as he walks over to Oscar and Drake. Oscar and Drake nod their heads in agreement to Victor. The 4 kids and Drake take their supplies and the raft and sail towards the island, while Michelle and Bulk are paddling the raft towards the island. Victor has his binoculars looking towards the island.
Yes!
Ahoy! Anyways.
Best reader ever. This is why my Alkari is the bookmaster, and don't you dare. Yes, I know. I do.
Master. Anyways.
That's not what I was.
Shush.
Okay.
I lost my place. Oh. And Oscar is keeping an eye on the supply so it doesn't fall into the ocean. Drake looks at the side of Victor's face and sees Victor's list of things. He picks it up and reads it. He notices that there are some things they have with their supplies that wasn't on the list, which he found strange. Let's see the list. Food, supplies, binoculars, orders. But what's up with those large bags not on the list? Drake thought to himself. I remember when the 4 kids broke into the mansion, they had a lot of stuff. But not these. What could they be? Drake continues to think to himself.
Foreshadowing.
We're here at the island! Shouted Victor with excitement. The 4 kids and Drake got off the raft, taking their supplies with them onto the beach. Okay, guys. We should discuss where we're going to do this. Don't you mean... Oh, how we're going to do this. Excuse me, people. Sometimes my reading sucks. Okay. We need to strategize, said Victor calmly. Unfortunately, Victor was ignored by the other 3 of the 4 kids. Michelle was busy brushing her hair, looking into her small handheld mirror. Bulk and Oscar were arguing on who would find the first treasure. Drake was enjoying the moment on an island, away from the mansion and away from Sarah. Victor was starting to get a little frustrated. Why don't you ever listen to me, stupid people? I'm supposed to... You missed a word here.
Oh. I'm gonna have to blame my editor for that one. But if you want to fix it, you can. But
No, I don't know what it's supposed to say. It just says I'm supposed to the strategies here.
supposed to be the one to do these strategies.
Oh.
I think. I don't know.
Oh no, I am. I'm the one that comes up with the strategies here. Therefore, you should listen to me. Victor said in anger. Yet again, he is ignored.
Nobody listens to the nerd.
Why does everybody hate me so damn much? Victor said in tears. Shut up, you crybaby. Deesh. Walk up to him and slap him upside the head. Then they'll listen to you. Or maybe they'll just grab some pitchforks and decide to go rampage on you. Anyways. My back. Michelle takes a baseball bat out of her bag and hits both Oscar and Bulk in the head. Bonk, bonk. Ew. Nice. Oh, lightly to get their attention. Oh, never mind. Ting! Ting! Listen, boys. We're sorry, ma'am.
I would be surprised if that's what it says next. Just hang on.
As Victor said, we should go together, explained Michelle with a sweet smile. Victor was talking, said Oscar. I didn't even notice, said Bulk. Of course you didn't. You're a bald dumbass. I don't understand, Oscar. You're supposed to be my best friend. How could you possibly ignore me? Victor thought to himself. Let me see. Most people ignore other people because one, either your ideas suck, or two, they're too busy in their own lives to get caught up in yours.
Yeah, because Oscar and Bulk are too busy having a pitching contest.
Yeah, maybe you should just avoid men that like to do pissing contests with each other. Then again, that's like more than half the world.
There you go.
No offense to those out there. In any case, I'll lead, said Michelle. The last time you led, Michelle, you got everybody split up.
Actually, I don't think Michelle was the one who led last time. It was Victor who was leading last.
Oh, never mind. Ignore that then. Since when do 3 guys let a girl lead them? That's sexist. What the fuck? I really wish I could smack you right now, said Bulk with a condescending voice. Michelle turned around with a very scary look, holding the baseball bat ready to swing. He just steps back.
I remember he gets like kind of scared or something. I can't remember.
Okay, I guess we'll take our chances, said Bulk with fear in his eyes.
Yes!
About time you're using your correct bald head. Stop thinking with the other.
What? Now, now, who's the one who's being weird? These are kids. Now, I understand that I'm a little weird with the whole concept, too.
No, I'm imagining them being, like, anywhere from, 11 to, 13.
I think the first book described them as being between 10 and 12 or something like that.
Yeah, so now I'm expecting them to be about 13. Just kidding.
I don't know. Whatever. Just continue.
I think they should be about that age anyways. I mean, think about it. That's around the time that kids usually start to be all hormonal and crap, so.
Yeah, it's true. But whatever. I'll tell you more about that later, but right now I just want to continue on.
Still feeling the pain of being hit on the head minutes ago. That's the spirit. Now let's go! As Michelle points the baseball bat towards the woods in the center of the island.
Actually, no, she was doing it with one hand before. I just should have described that better. Sorry.
Whatever.
That's my fault.
Then the four kids walk into the center of the island, the forest with Drake slowly walking behind them, enjoying the moment. I am very sure that Cher is probably worried about where I'm at, but I'm glad to be away from her. She's such a slave driver. Drake, you really need an attitude adjustment and a good lesson in adulthood. Anyways, Drake thought to himself, "Man, it's so great being away from the mansion. But I don't regret Sarah taking care of me. I remember when she let me sit on the back porch and bask in the sun. Yeah, with your awesome sunglasses. Pretty funny seeing a dragon with sunglasses on."
Yeah, I already drew that. If you remember the front.
Yes, I know. I saw it. Drake was calmly thinking to himself. All of a sudden, Drake's thoughts were interrupted by a scream from the four kids. Tigers! There are tigers on this island. Since when did tigers come on an island? A tropical island.
For convenience?
Tigers are from Africa, you doof.
I just had to do something funny, okay? I had to make up something.
It would have been more appropriate if they saw, hang on, let me think.
yeah.
Alligators would have been one thing. No, they could have, in the ocean they could have saw sharks. And on the island they could have saw, like, gorillas or something like that.
But, you should be writing this.
I could.
Don't. No, I'm the one writing this. I'm the writer here. And even, yes, I make mistakes like this. But still, come on. Tell me you guys are not laughing now. Laughing your asses off.
I don't know. The 19 people that I know that you're subscribed to, which one of them is me.
Yeah, but you don't count because you're the bookmaster.
Yo. Hey, that's not fair.
You're the one who's reading this.
It's even better with my commentary.
See what I have to put up with. She's an evil sister.
Okay.
Moving on.
Run for your life! Back to the beach! Back to the beach! The four kids shouted as they ran away from a group of tigers. Hey, what's going on? Said Drake. He said with fear as the four kids were running towards him. No! Watch where you're running! No! Pummeled. Said Drake as the four kids completely run over Drake. Why the kids use me as a doormat? Has footprints all over him.
Yeah, again?
No!
Not again!
I don't feel so good. Clunk. Ow, that hurt my neck.
Yeah, just remember that wall is there too. You almost hit your head.
My head's fine. It's my neck that I'm more worried about. Drake finally gets up, washing off all the footprints on all over his scales. Stupid kids. Eventually, Drake gets up and notices he's surrounded by angry tigers. He stares for a moment. Kill. Oh gosh, they're so cute, like little kittens. You got something wrong with you, dude.
I love that. I always forget what I write there, guys. That's why the truth.
He says as he jumps towards the tigers. Cha!
You're so fluffy, I could die.
He tries to pet one bites his hand. No, you little bastard!
I think I remember something like that. Hang on.
Oh, never mind. The tiger swipes at Drake, knocking him to the ground.
Ow.
Ow.
My bookmaster is losing her voice. Please do not.
Shut. I need a drink. That wasn't very nice. Now I have to discipline you kitties. Pat, pat, pat. Attacks.
Actually, you know what? Watch this. This is really funny.
He yells at the tigers. The tigers respond and growl. Dragon style! Dragon's fireball!
Actually, he breathes that out of his mouth.
I know.
It just looked like you were shooting it out of your hands or something. But you're a wizard, Chelsea.
I was trying to do something from Fairy Tale, but never mind, you ruined the concept.
We can't do memes.
I was making my own damn meme.
Okay. I surrender, then you beat me then.
Anyways. Drake thinks to himself as he breathes out a fireball. The fireball burns all of the fur off the tiger. Oh, those poor cats!
I remember this. This is fucking hilarious.
He roasted them! Then metaphorically, the large dark tigers turn into little kittens making cute cat noises. Yes, I can make real cat noises.
My sister's part cat.
No, I just have a lot of experience with cats. Please don't take this out of context, people. I mean that. Like, in any kind of weird meme stick, please. Let's just be weird. Anyways. Then they run away.
That sounds like a dog. Anyways, moving on.
That's what I imagined, except for in a cat voice. I can't do a cat yelp, okay?
Makes sense.
Please, like a bunch of little tigers could beat a Drake. The #1 coolest dragon ever in history, Drake says with confidence in himself.
Bullshit.
I would love to see you try to face a group of lions. Tigers are one thing, but lions? They'll kill you. I can't believe we were saved by this loser, said Michelle.
Oh, ow!
Ouch!
That's what the heck is with Michelle? She likes to use words as weapons.
That was badass, said Bulk. You and your word badass.
Bulk.
A few minutes later, the 4 kids and Drake start searching through the island looking for the buried treasure. Looking high and low, at one moment, Victor tripped over a stick. Victor, you're a clumsy doofus.
He's a nerd.
Excuse me. And that's my dinner talking back to me. Anyways. Smashing his face into the tree trunk. Ow! Oh! Well, talk about scrapes. And a giant egg on your head. Ow!
It gets worse.
Victor said as he got up, wiping some blood from his nose with his shirt sleeve. All of a sudden, a bee's nest falls out of the tree and lands on Victor's head. Oh, fuck. Help! Ah, guys, I think I found the gold. Dumbass, that's honey. Wow. Ouch, it hurts. This gold is evil. Victor. That's bees. And that's honey.
Guys, you gotta be laughing.
Said Victor as he runs around in circles with the bees chasing him and stinging him. Sting, 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 sting. I can't really run around in circles, but anyways. Stupid idiot. Honey may have the same color as gold. It's clearly not, said Michelle. Ah, Drake, I think you should help him. This is getting lame. Oh, shit. That was, wrong person. Let me redo that. Drake, I think you should help him. This is getting lame. He sits back. Said Bulk with a boring voice as Victor runs back and forth from the bees. Wow, Bulk, you're such a jerk. Very well, I'll help. Drake said as he flies towards Victor and then breathes fire on the bees. Nothing like killing you with dragon breath. Anyways. And on the bee's nest to get it off of Victor's head. Victor stands still for a moment and puts his hands on his head, realizing he's now bald. My hair! Look what you did, you stupid dragon! All my blue hair is gone! Shut up, you drama queen. You're saved, aren't you? Victor whines. Don't be a wuss. It will grow back, said Michelle, as the three other kids walk towards him. Oscar looks at the sky and notices that the sun is going down. It'll be nighttime soon. We should find a place to camp out, said Oscar. All the kids, including Drake, nodded their heads in agreement. Good going. That night, they set up a campfire and their tents. Both Michelle and Victor fell asleep, while Oscar and Drake stayed awake on lookout. I can't believe the kids did research and didn't find out that there's tigers on this island, said Drake. Well, we knew that there were some wildlife on this island. That's why we brought our weapons, replied Oscar. Weapons? Asked Drake. That's right. Although we did forget to take them with us when we went to the forest, it was because we were carrying too much stuff, explained Oscar. Since when do a group of kids carry lethal weapons with them? Drake, this is the future. Plenty of people carry weapons with them. I mean, I don't know if kids are allowed to carry them, but still. Said Drake. First off, not all of our weapons are lethal. Second, I'll never forget the day my father told me that I come from a family of knights, and knights always carry a weapon or two. Then you need some training. Some serious training. Because I highly doubt you can carry a sword that is from the knights. Them damn things can be really heavy, explained Oscar to Drake, who surprisingly was still listening. I'm glad that you didn't, because I don't think we would still be friends if you did, explained Drake. Although, who needs weapons when we got the coolest dragon on our side? Said Drake with enthusiasm. Drake, you're also the only dragon that is known in this particular series.
Drake is the last dragon.
So, unless you somehow find another dragon egg and it somehow happens to be female, there ain't gonna be any more dragons besides you. Oscar smiles. Let me tell you something, said Oscar as he got up and put his hand inside of his big green bag. Oscar pulls out a sword from the big green bag. Shing!
It's actually inside its teeth. But yeah, whatever.
Can you stop with the ruining my jokes?
I don't see how that was a joke, to tell you the truth.
Well, actually, commentary. Anyways. All of a sudden, Drake gets the chills. Oscar shows him the sword. My father gave me this sword. My entire family comes from a bloodline of knights, explained Oscar. My father said the sword is called the Lone Slayer. A sword that once was used by my great-grandfather, explained Oscar. That sword, it's a dragon-slaying sword, Drake thought to himself. Can I trust Oscar not to slay me with that thing? Dude, he's a dumbass kid. If he somehow happens to accidentally cut you with that, I'm pretty sure it won't be enough strength behind it to even do much to you.
Okay, that was pretty good. I never would have thought of that, but whatever.
Think about it, he's a kid. Drake thought to himself as he clenches his fist. Oscar puts his sword back in the bag. The Drake becomes more calm. Oscar stands and faces his friends and says, You see how all this started is one time me and my friends were going on an adventure. One night we ran into some bad adults that wanted to hurt us. Things were bad. Luckily our parents showed up and defeated them. When my father took me home, he gave me the sword and told me to only use it to defend my friends. Nothing else, nothing more. Now that you have me on your team, that will never happen again, and I can assure you of that, said Drake. Thank you, Drake, said Oscar, shaking Drake's hand. The next morning, all four kids and Drake wake up and pack their bags, preparing to leave camp, and starting the search again. As they continue to look high and low, all of a sudden Victor comes out of nowhere and says, Hey guys, come over here and look what I found. Out of curiosity, all four kids, including Drake, go over to the ledge behind a boulder. Victor puts his finger on his mouth with the quiet gesture, then waves his hand in a follow me motion. Excuse me. They peek their heads around the boulder and see what appears to be a military base. Great, you found a secret military base. Wonderful. Now if it's occupied, you might want to get your asses out of there before you die. What about the construction workers digging? What the? Who are they? Said Michelle. Duh! They must be military. Let's get out of here, said Bulk. Oh. Duh! They must be military. Let's get out of here, said Bulk quietly with a panic in his voice. Wuss. Oscar notices a symbol on all the buildings and vehicles. A symbol of an ultraviolet sword pointing sideways. They're not military. They're a terrorist organization, explained Oscar. Not to mention rivals to the Silver Sword. Oscar thinks to himself. They're known as the Violet Sword of Chaos, explained Oscar. The Violet Sword of Chaos. I heard that somewhere before, said Michelle. Oh yeah, I remember now. We learned about it in school. Founders of Silvertown. What was once ruled by the Silver Sword of Peace. Well, according to legend, the Violet Sword of Chaos collected an army of dragons and knights and started a great war, said Michelle. Wonderful. Just what we need. More wars. Not. When the war ended with the fall of the Silver Sword, the death of the king, all the land fell into ruin, but some Silver Knights lived and escaped to hide from the Violet Swords of Chaos. Michelle continued to explain. Come on, that is all legend. It doesn't exist. Said Bulk. I doubt it's a myth, said Drake. Not to mention, how the hell do you know about this there, Oscar? Said Drake. Oscar does not answer Drake. Well, looks like the Violet Sword is digging for the treasure. We should not let them get away with this. We should get our weapons, said Bulk with anger. You go from being a wuss to now being a complete idiot in like 2 seconds.
It just gets really weird.
All of a sudden, they get surrounded by soldiers. Oh, we are surrounded! Bulk said with fear. Oh, whoopee-doo, what a surprise. Not. They look. Hey, look, what we caught. We caught ourselves another dragon, said one of the soldiers. The boss will be happy for us, even give us a pay raise. Okay, said another soldier. I'll distract them so we can try to get our weapons, said Drake as he puts himself in combat mode. This over-enthusiastic, stupid dragon. But it's kind of cool. He's definitely funny. One of the soldiers shoots a plasma net at Drake, and Drake dodges it. Drake's dragon style, dragon's fireball, Drake thinks to himself as he shoots the fireball from his mouth. Fireball that hits the shoulder, knocking him out. Knocking him out, Zach!
I just imagine it when it hits him, there's like this explosion, and he gets knocked out from the explosion.
If you were hit by a fireball, you'd be incinerated. Wow.
I don't know.
I was talking about non-logic here.
I was thinking video game logic. So poof to you.
I'd like to see you try and survive a fireball. Just think what happens when you burn your hand.
Well, they're wearing a SWAT armor, so
that's not gonna save you from fire from a dragon.
You may be right on that one.
Sheesh. This boy has no logic when it comes to books.
I wasn't trying to be logical, but whatever.
Anyways, I lost my place. Oh, the hell with catching him. Just kill it, one of the soldiers said as he switches to an AK-47. Dude, that is gonna do like little to no damage to him. Then the soldier starts shooting at Drake. Do the machine gun.
I can't do it without my teeth. I could try, but when I got my teeth taken out, it's been harder for me to do sound effects.
That's all I can do. There you go. Drake starts dodging as many bullets as he can. Drake retaliates by shooting fireballs and knocking a few soldiers unconscious. Dragon slash! Whoosh! Drake thought to himself as he cuts one of the shoulders down with his claws. Drake turns around to see the soldier aiming an AK-47 at him. Drake again swings his open claw hand at the attacking shoulders and cutting several in half with his razor-sharp claws. Finally, you actually killed some people.
What happened? I missed it.
He killed people with his claws.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it! Where are the other kids? I could definitely use help here. Drake thinks to himself, oh, I thought you were high and mighty. And could handle anything.
He was getting overrun a little bit.
No shit. He's at a base. Excuse me. Hey, you, Violet Sword scum, Oscar said, standing next to the other 4 kids. Oscar takes out the sword from its sheath.
Shing! Finally.
Michelle puts on her boxing gloves. Victor opens up a small box and takes out a very strange weapon. Since I don't know what this weapon is.
It's a freaking. Oh wait, this is Victor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what it is. It's a freaking laser pistol.
No, actually, I feel like this.
All right, continue on.
Bum, 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 bum. Say hello to my homemade phantom pistol, said Victor. Bulk brings out a sledgehammer made completely out of Colton steel. That little tiny weapon is no match compared to mine. Besides that nerd weapon, said Bulk. Wow. It's not a nerd weapon. Let me show you what this little thing can do. That's what I imagine.
Actually, I think I do a little pretty decent description on this part on what it does. All right.
Said Victor as he points the gun towards the shoulders, shooting small balls of blue plasma that explode, taking out 5 shoulders at once. Whatever, it's still a nerd weapon, said Bulk. Besides, I should show you the power of my homemade sledgehammer, as Bulk slams the sledgehammer into one of the shoulders' helmet, shattering the glass visor on the helmet. I'm pretty sure that would probably cave in their skull.
They were wearing a helmet.
That's made out of one of the strongest steels. Colton steel is pretty strong.
Are you sure? I don't know.
Have you felt the weight of a sledgehammer?
Yeah, but the one I picked up had a wooden handle and a I don't know what the
You should pick up one of Leaf's. They're freaking heavy.
Well, anyways, Bulk is different. The whole thing, even the handle, is made out of Colton steel.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna do a lot more damage.
And the thing is, what's even more amazing that he's a little kid and he's able to lift this damn thing with ease. So it's freaking amazing.
Freaking strong kid.
Yeah, he is.
Anyways,
he's all brawn and no brains, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. He's better off thinking with his muscles rather than his head.
Yeah. The idea was that I'm not sure if I described this later, but idea is that Bulk used to be the bully of the school, and Oscar did something that made him that he wasn't so much of a bully anymore. But yeah,
I'm at the last page.
Yeah,
okay.
I think.
Okay. Out of fear and anger, one of the shoulders lifted up his AK-47 at Oscar and tries to fire. Before he could, Oscar quickly cuts him down with his sword. Ow!
You hit your shoulder off the back.
No, I hit my arm, like near my elbow.
Oh, you hit your funny bone off the back of the chair. That hurts.
Yeah, it was supposed to go like this. I just imagine him going, and the guy just going.
Well, at least we didn't have their head skin taken off. Otherwise,
you know, in this kind of part, you know what I do
with
the explanation? When he slices them in half, I would actually describe like the guts kind of going.
Yeah, but I didn't want to push it too far with this book.
Who the hell doesn't like blood, guts, and gore?
Well, I wasn't too sure exactly what I wanted the age group for this book, so.
True.
So that's what it was. That was the problem.
You do realize that age doesn't really matter when it comes to books. Not really.
Alright, people in the comments, please tell me, is that true or not?
I don't really know.
Exactly my point. That's why I'm asking.
Anyways, They're just kids. How can they be kicking our ass? Oh, said one of the shoulders. Out of nowhere, Michelle takes out the same shoulder with a right hook. Wait, right. Yeah, this one.
I don't know what's left and right anymore, so.
Michelle, I'm surprised that you are a boxer, to be honest.
Actually, I think in the next part it explains a little bit more. But anyways, yeah.
You should have paid attention, said Michelle as she takes out the shoulder with a crushing right-handed punch to the temple. Oh! The 4 kids and Drake are taking out the shoulders one by one, not even getting hit once by a single bullet. When there are 2 shoulders left, a voice comes out of nowhere. That's enough! It is my turn. The 2 shoulders turn around and say, "But boss, we got this," said the 2 shoulders. Who is this bald guy? Oh shit, wrong person. Who is this bald guy? Said Drake as he glanced back on the ground. Ha ha ha! Clearly you pawns don't have it under control. I guess I have to take it into my own hands. Oh yes, the name is Gondor, current 3rd command of the Violet Sword of Chaos, said Gondor. This isn't good, said Oscar. You're right, it isn't good, but because unfortunately you kids... Oh, you're right, it isn't good, but unfortunately you kids are about to die. Wow, said Gondor as he puts his hand on the watch and twists it 3 times. Then he snaps his fingers, and out of nowhere armor appears all over his body. Behold, Mr. Gold-plated dragon armor, said Gondor. Gondor then takes out his sword and charges at the 4 kids, and Drake shouted, "On guard!" To be continued. The end.
That was pretty good.
My voice is a little ruined.
Alright.
Mine.
Yours. Alright, guys. That will be the end of this video. Please like and subscribe. And if you did enjoy and can't wait until the next one, don't worry, the next one will be coming December and all that other
Please
good
comment
stuff.
below. Also, I have a YouTube channel.
My head. Anyways, that'll be all for now. This is Zerduku signing out.